Also in this video, I'm going to react to Empressive. I'm pretty sure this is just about the Grammys as a whole, but I do see that it's saying something about Jay-Z's speech. And then the title is so long, and I'm not looking at the title right now, but yeah, this is just her video about the 2024 Grammys, so we're going to get into it. My hair looks crazy. If you would like to know why, the video that I put out about 21 Savage, it should be like under here or above here. I don't know. I'm just putting out 3 videos today, but I explained that shortly, kind of within the first, I don't know, 2 minutes of the video. So I feel like I look crazy. So it is what it is, but that shit'll be, I'll be looking back cute on Saturday. So
everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. I want to talk
about
Victoria.
This year's Grammys. Beyonce.
Did y'all enjoy it? Well, I didn't.
Doja was there. Doja should have performed. Oh, she would have ate. I think she would have ate. And Halle looked great. I love Beyonce. Beyonce is that girl. Will always be that girl. She is an icon in my. I could go down the list, bro. She is amazing, but I did not like the outfit. I'm gonna be
the Grammys were just the Grammys. You know, I'm not really super excited about the Grammys like that, but since it is the biggest night in
look
music,
good too.
We have to talk
Lizzo
about
look
it.
Good.
And I first want to start off positive because there were a lot of positive moments. I was really happy to see a lot of the newer Black female artists get recognized this year.
Oh, they're so. Oh, everybody looks good right here. Everybody's eating. They're eating. The fuck?
R&B performance for her song I See You, and it was very well deserved because I See You is a classic song to me, and Coco is very deserving of this award. She has worked hard. She's put together a good music project. She deserves it. She deserves everything that she has worked hard for. So I'm really happy to see that she won a Grammy. Also, I'm happy for the artist Tyla. She actually won her first Grammy.
This color, this is all right. This weekend I'm gonna get some seafoam green as well. I think it'll look very nice on. It looks so good on like brown skin. Oh yes, and I don't shade wise. It doesn't even matter. It does not matter because Coco is a little bit darker than Tyla, and it just complements. Ooh,
for best African music performance for her song Water, and that is a huge accomplishment because she is pretty new in her career. She's been out for a couple of years, but she has already reached international status, and now she won her first Grammy. So that is a huge accomplishment. And some people kind of feel like maybe she shouldn't have beat out artists like Burna Boy or Davido or Asake and Ira Star because they are technically bigger artists in the Afrobeat world. But I think Tyla's song Water definitely made a bigger splash internationally than the other songs that she was up against. So I do think she deserved the award. But if you want to be technical, they all deserve it. But, you know, you have to pick one winner. Now, moving on, I want to talk about Victoria Monet.
Oh, okay. I'm not trying to be so extra, but just great. And you know what? I'm going to get me some brown too because I just feel like brown on brown skin just does something. It just does something.
For years, Victoria has been largely overlooked in the music industry, and she's been kind of designated to be a background artist. Like she would write songs for other artists, but she would never be the face of a hit song. But this time around, she has now made a name for herself, and her album Jaguar 2 won a Grammy for Best R&B
album. I didn't see this speech. I went in my room. I said, y'all is playing on my TV. I don't know who these people are. Why y'all keep... I don't know. I didn't want to watch it no more. I didn't want to watch it. I didn't seen Jay-Z's speech, and I was just like, oh, shit. And, you know, they just started having performances that I didn't know what they was talking about. So, I checked out. I went in my room.
She also won a Grammy for Best New Artist, which is a huge feat. Technically, she's not new, but since this is the first time that her work has been submitted to the Grammys, and Jaguar 2 is technically her first official album. Her other music projects prior to that were just mixtapes. With all that considered, the committee decided that she was a new artist, but she is very deserving of these awards, and she should have performed at the Grammys. I don't know why she wasn't able to perform, but she definitely should have gotten a chance to be up on that stage since she was one of the most nominated artists of the night. but people like to play in Victoria's face, so I don't know. Now, moving on, let's talk about SZA. I have to give it up to SZA because she also won.
She did, and her speech was so cute. I'm trying to think back because I saw her perform. And I want to say something, but I don't know. I feel like you got to be very careful. I know I'm not a big YouTuber or nothing, so I feel like y'all shouldn't really give a fuck what I say. But I know that she has been known not to be the best live performer, and I feel like they had the auto tune on the mic, but I mean it helped. She sounded good. I don't know though. If she didn't, then she sounded great. But if she did, that was a good choice because I've heard some of them live performances, and maybe her voice was just tired them days. I don't know, but no, I thought it was a good performance.
Several awards. She won Best Progressive R&B Album for her album SOS. She also won Best R&B Song for her song Snooze. And she won a Grammy for Best Pop Duo Performance with the artist Phoebe Bridgers for her song Ghost in the Machine. So SZA took home several Grammys tonight, and I'm happy for her. I'm very, very happy for her. SZA's album SOS should have won Album of the Year. It should have won. I don't think Taylor Swift should have won for Midnights because even though Taylor sold a lot of records, she just didn't have the same impact that SZA did. SZA was charting on the top 10 all of 2023. Several of her songs from SOS, including Kill Bill, Snooze, Good Days.
There wasn't Renaissance on the shit too, was it? The album of the year going to Taylor Swift once again is insane. I mean, there were so many shit. Jaguar could have. I don't know. Like, I feel like they just favoritism.
All in the top 10. Several of her songs were number one on radio for weeks. Her album was number one on Billboard for 21 weeks. 21 weeks at number one. She had a longer run at number one than Taylor did. So I think she should have won Album of the Year, but of course they weren't going to give it to a black woman. It's very hard for black artists, especially black female artists, to win in those major categories like Album of the Year and Record of the Year and Song of the Year. So I should have known they weren't going to give it to SZA, but she definitely deserved Album of the Year. Now, as far as the Scammies performances are concerned, I wasn't really impressed. I felt like something was going on with the sound. I wasn't really here for the audio. But I do have to give Fantasia her 10s. 10s across the board. Fantasia did a Tina Turner tribute, and she ate that, per usual. I mean, if you ever seen Fantasia live, you already know that she's going to deliver every single time. And I'll give an honorable mention to SZA, even though I wasn't crazy about her Snooze and Kill Bill performance. However, I did like her performance of Saturn, which I think is a new song of hers. Also, I thought Burna Boy did decent, and I like the fact that he brought Brandy out. Brandy was sounding good, but let's be clear, Fantasia stole the show. She stole the show. Now, I want to talk about some of the mess because the Scammies are always doing something. That Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice won Best Rap Song for their song Barbie World, but they immediately deleted this tweet. Now, why did they do that? I think they were being messy, honestly, and they were trying to play in Nicki's face. It's almost as if they thought about giving it to her, but then they quickly retracted it, Like, they were probably going to give it to Ice Spice, but they didn't want to give it to Nicki. Because, let's be real, the Grammys blackballed Nicki. Nicki was first blackballed because she pissed off the producer, Kenneth Ehrlich, because she performed the song that whose name are kept a secret. Literally, you can Google it. Congrats to anybody winning anything for hip hop, but this show doesn't dictate anything in our world. And I do have to say Drake is speaking facts, but the Grammys still do mean a lot to these artists because it holds weight in the music industry. It might not mean a lot to us, but it means a lot to these artists, which is why there's always so much conversation about who should win and who deserves to win and so forth and so on. Now, Killer Mike won pretty big.
I didn't like that they didn't announce this one on the stage. I didn't like that personally. I know they have a lot of awards to announce, but I don't know. I feel like it would have been nice to give just a segment of attention to the best rap album or something. I don't know even who the fuck, I'm not thinking today. I don't know who the nominees were.
Best Rap Song, he won Best Rap Album, and he won Best Rap Performance.
What
Some
was
people
his?
were confused to see him sweep these categories, but I did hear that his album was good. So I'm not mad that he won at all, and I saw he was very excited. I mean, he got up on that stage, he almost did a praise dance.
Oh.
But as soon as he left the stage, he got arrested, y'all. He got arrested, y'all, and people are saying that he got arrested for stealing those 3 Grammys. But no, they said he got arrested because he got a little too aggressive with one of the security guards.
He was hype.
Now, TMZ did post a video of this, and I didn't see where he knocked over the security like it was reported, but they say he got booked for battery on a citizen's arrest.
I can't believe
And at
it.
first I thought
A
this whole thing was a
citizen's
PR
arrest?
stunt because I was like, what? Like, who gets arrested after winning a Grammy? Like, what? I mean, how does this happen? Like, what is going on? But things went haywire and it really tainted his moment. And I hate that it had to happen to him because, you know, this is his first time in his career winning Grammys and he swept the major rap categories. So the fact that he had to leave the Grammys in handcuffs is crazy. Now, the drama didn't stop there. I mean,
Yes, Jay-Z, I seen this. I seen it. I watched it. I watched this shit, bro. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, when I was watching, I was nervous as fuck. I was like, okay, wait, what are you about to say? And I think because it looked like Beyonce was a little nervous and Blue Ivy was up there like, like what?
It got messier when Jay-Z got up on that stage and he called out the Grammys for snubbing Beyonce from the Album of the Year category. I mean, he was throwing shade. I mean, he was on one. He was really, really on one. And I don't know where the energy came from, but I do believe something happened behind the scenes because I noticed that Jay-Z canceled his Rock Nation Grammy brunch, and I believe Beyonce even pulled out of the Tina Turner tribute because it was initially announced that she was going to perform, but that could have been a lie as well. They probably just used her name to get some ratings, you know? But something must have happened behind the scenes that really agitated the Carters because Jay-Z was upset. Now, he was honored with the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award. So I think this was a special award given to him. It probably was an award to pacify him and to get him and Beyonce to show up. But Jay-Z wasn't too happy. He called out the Grammys. This is what he said.
We want y'all to get it right. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all. We want y'all to get it right. At least get it close to right. I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. You know, some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category.
And that's facts. And it's facts. What is we talking about?
No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
Expedient. And he ate that the fuck up.
To lie, this gagged me a little bit. This was so freaking messy. This was so messy. I mean, the spirit of Kanye just hopped on Jay-Z. And
almost like that's what people were saying. He had his Kanye moment, but I don't know. Kanye, I don't know. I think in a sense, yes, that he just was, you know, very transparent with how he felt. Didn't matter. He wasn't trying to be politically correct. He won't none of that. But he ain't interrupt nobody. He waited till his turn. He waited till his turn to go up there and say what he had to say. And he said what he had to say, and that's just that.
And he decided to say what he really felt. Now, I know a lot of people were saying, yes, Jay, you better stand up for your wife. You better call the Grammys out. It seemed like everybody was applauding this, but I'll be honest with you. I was a little uncomfortable, and I could see Beyonce's face, and she looked uncomfortable. I don't think she wanted Jay-Z to say that. I don't think she wants to look desperate, to be honest. I mean, it kind of seems a little desperate when you've won 32 Grammys and you're still upset about not winning.
Obviously they're sisters, but
this one.
That's not what it gave to me. It didn't have anything to do with her. That's somebody speaking up for her. You know what I'm saying? That's like if somebody's getting mistreated by somebody else and somebody speaks up for them, like, oh, well, that means they were desperate to be treated this way. Like, I don't know. And it just doesn't, it's not making sense to me. Yeah, she did look a little bit uncomfortable for sure, but he just was speaking up for his girlfriend. I said it was like a Will Smith moment, low key, but he ain't smacked nobody type shit. He was just standing up for her.
Album of the Year Grammy. Like, who cares? Like, you're Beyonce, you're a legend. Like, who cares if you don't win it? Even though I believe she should have won it, she definitely should have won it for Lemonade. She wanted that award and she deserved it, but I don't think Beyonce wants to be out here begging for it. At least she doesn't want to look like she's begging for it. And
she didn't beg. She didn't say shit, actually. So I don't know. This is the point where I'm not.
He kind of put her on the spot. So it was awkward, and even Blue Ivy was kind of looking at him like, what are you talking about, daddy? Like, she looked so confused. It was just an awkward moment. And while it seemed like Jay-Z was taking a stand and bucking the system, I can guarantee you he pissed a lot of these elites off. And some of these old white men with power don't want to see a black man talking like that. I mean, that looks arrogant to them. So I don't know. I think Jay-Z got to be careful because...
Are we talking about Jay-Z and fucking Beyonce? What the fuck they got to be careful about? What are they going to lose at this point? What the fuck? They're billionaires. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it look cocky to them motherfuckers, them white, it is what it is.
It's a mess with this whole speech.
No one gives a damn.
And we all
I don't
caught
know.
the shade when he said some of you all don't belong in the category.
Yes.
Now, who could he have been talking about? I don't know who he was talking about. He could have been talking about anybody, but I kind of feel like this might have been a little shade towards Taylor Swift. Taylor did win Album of the Year, and I believe she broke the record for winning the most Album of the Year awards in Grammy history, which is a really huge accomplishment, but it's also a constant reminder that the industry will always place Taylor above Beyonce. And it's starting to become more evident now than ever. I mean, Taylor and Beyonce are constantly pitted against each other, and people...
Why? It's no comparison.
Constantly elevate Taylor and diminish Beyonce. I mean, it's crazy. Beyonce is a legend. She's one of the greatest performers of all time. She put in the work. Why does she even have to be compared to somebody like Taylor Swift, who's a different type of artist than she is?
And
the reason why they're comparing her is because Taylor is being ushered in as the new queen of music.
She ain't the queen of... Who said this? I've never understood the Taylor Swift hype. I've never understood it. Cause her fans is crazy. Her fans is crazy. They like Barb's low key. So I'm gonna keep what I gotta say to a minimum, but I don't get it. What is we comparing, bro? There is two different, you feel me? Two different artists, but come on. Have y'all seen Beyonce? Beyonce, I feel like Beyonce belongs in the talk with Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson. You feel me? What is we talking about? Taylor Swift.
Beyonce held that title and she was held to that esteem, but she's getting shoved out the way for Taylor. And this is why you're seeing all of these comparisons, and this is why you're seeing Taylor now uplifted as the new standard. And the industry is going to continue to back Taylor because she makes them so much money.
Yeah, the NFL and mofos and all that shit, whatever. I don't want to hear it no more. Don't want to hear it no more.
Taylor snubbing Seline, because a lot of people noticed that when she accepted the Album of the Year award, she walked up on that stage and did not acknowledge Seline Dion. The Seline Dion. Now, first and foremost, I was so happy to see Seline. I was so happy because I did hear that she had some health problems. And so it was really nice to see her. She's one of my favorite singers of all time, one of the greatest of all time. She's in that elite class with Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. So she's just one of my favorite vocalists. But I did notice that Taylor did not pay attention to Seline at all. And people had an issue with it. They were calling her out on social media about it. Look at some of these comments. Seline, honestly wish you handed the award to someone who acknowledged your greatness. What a low moment. Greatest. Another person said Taylor didn't even hug or say hi. acting, jumping up and down like a schoolgirl. Seriously, is she still surprised she won? The way Taylor just ignored her was crazy. Taylor's reaction when getting the award from the very hands of iconic Seline Dion was very rude. She totally ignored her. Classless. Taylor, you are no one next to Seline. Show a little.
I do think it was weird how she kind of didn't even look at her. She's just like, give me this shit, bitch, and started talking and probably said, you know, whatever. She got a new album coming out. Oh, I guess they got a picture or something.
Taylor at all. And Taylor did end up going back and taking a picture with Seline to calm down all the noise. That was really her PR team at work. You know, they don't play when it comes to Taylor's image. And it doesn't matter what criticism Taylor gets. She got people in the chokehold. People love Taylor. She is the new queen of music, apparently.
Okay, yeah, whatever. I guess. Sure. Sure. If it makes sense to y'all, I'm not going to say that. Huh? No, I'm not saying that, but sure. Okay, well. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, I personally, it was a bunch of stuff. It was a bunch of stuff going on in this video, to the point where I'm not even gonna try to recap for real, because it would be a lot to address. But you know, sure, sure. Anyways, y'all, yeah, like the little husband. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I'll see y'all in the next one.